Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I have two wonderful people with me in person. Should I say in the dining room? In the dining room, because this is the best table to use. Andrew Klaus-Vineyard and Daniel Talbott. Hey, you two.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, so we just recorded a wonderful conversation. We did an interview. This is Daniel's second time on the Discover Indie Film podcast and Andrew's first. So listen to the podcast before this one to learn all about these two very talented people and their work. This podcast is what I like to call a four questions podcast, which means we will be getting the answers to these four questions, which are name three films that you love, name an underrated film, name an overrated film, and finally, name a lesser-known film that people should seek out. I'll also add that check the show notes, because there will be links in the show notes to everyone's work and what you should follow up on. But and now we can just get right to the list. Andrew wants to go first. By the way, you go like question one, question two. You know,
awesome.
I as a younger sibling, I believe in fairness at all times. So you should always shift order.
Absolutely.
I'm told it's because I'm a younger sibling that I believe that you will have to enforce fairness at all times.
I love that.
All right.
Please.
All right. So I just picked three that came to mind, and I didn't want them to be too like.
This is so hard.
This is really, really hard. It gets really hard. Yeah, this is like the letterbox. Yeah.
That's why I've tried so hard to phrase it that just three films you love. It's not like the top three.
Yeah, these are my top three, and even that is I started cheating a little bit. So I picked Jaws, Spielberg. I think it's a perfect film. It's like the creation of the summer blockbuster. It kind of changed the way movies are distributed, and you know, it's. I saw it again recently on the big screen, and it's perfect. I wouldn't change a frame of it.
It is, and I just want to add, it's not all horror. It's very funny at times. It's very smart at times. You know what I mean?
It's human drama.
It's a full film.
It's about class.
It is, yeah.
It's amazing.
And it has real people in it that look like real actors who look like real people. Like you see like a life lived on their faces. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of going off of life lived, I picked Summer Hours by Olivier Assayas. It's just such a beautiful film about art and about family and about what we leave behind, and it's just it's melancholy but hopeful and yeah, it's just this good, really lovely film. And then I cheated and picked Twin Peaks: The Return because David Lynch describes it as an 18-hour film, and I will die on that hill because I think it is peak. It's everything from David Lynch I love in one solid place. It's funny, it's scary, it's surreal, it's beautiful, it's intimate and absolutely, you know, dense all at once. The chapter 8 is perhaps the most beautiful piece of filmmaking television has ever aired.
Excellent. I just want to share that for me, probably an underrated for me. We're not doing underrated yet. Is Fire Walk with Me.
Fire Walk with Me.
I love that film, and people
brilliant.
Hated on it.
Yeah, they've really changed their mind. They've
that's
really
good.
stepped back. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna go three films recently that I love because as Andrew said, we watch a lot of movies. So I rewatched Personal Shopper recently, which I love that film so much. So please check out Personal Shopper if you haven't seen it. Chronology of Water, Kristen Stewart. It's like a Kristen Stewart like marathon here. But I loved her directorial debut. I think it's ferocious. I think it's fucking singular. I think it's like experiential in a beautiful way. It's such a piece of art. Like to have that, you know, to like be in the position she is as a movie star, you know, I feel like there's this pressure of having to kind of create something in a certain way. And she was like, fuck it. She made the film she wanted to make. It's personal. It's huge hats off. I'm such a fan. And then there's this beautiful film called On the Sea that's a Liverpudlian director named Helen Walsh that I just saw at Palm Springs Film Festival. And I fucking love this film. Like I was so in love with the performances and with her direction and with the screenplay. And it's about kind of a middle-aged fisherman in a small kind of mussel grooming, you know, kind of mussel shoal community who finds a man and like has to come out after being with this woman since high school and making kids with her and really loves her, and it's beautiful fucking rural story of queer love that is like brilliant. And so those are the three I'm gonna say right now. Even though now I'm gonna be like, how about Some Like It Hot? How about Sunset Boulevard? Like, I could just keep going. But yeah, those are my three right now.
It's funny. You almost made me want to look up. Was Some Like It Hot on your list 4 years ago?
Sure it
when
was,
you were on the podcast?
I fucking love that movie.
It's a perfect movie.
It's a perfect movie.
It is. It's brilliant. It's brilliant in every way.
It's so genius.
And no, actually, 4 years ago, it was Summer Hours, To Be or Not to Be.
We spent so much time together.
Roman Holiday.
Yeah.
Drive My Car. Wow, you really went long. And Titan.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The shout out to the Cooperberg sisters who love Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. All right, well, for question number 2, Mr. Fairness would love for Daniel to go first on question number 2.
What is question number 2?
A film you feel is underrated. But you cannot name Fire Walk with Me because I already threw it out. No, you can't. I'm just kidding.
These are so hard, and I got hugely in trouble because I actually really love Forrest Gump, and I said Forrest Gump was overrated, and what I meant by that was just that smaller films were not being made in the same way. So that's what I meant, and so I'm glad.
Well, when we get to overrated, I
that.
always say overrated doesn't mean bad. It means it could be a wonderful film that got
Oh God,
more acknowledgement than
there's so many. I mean, there's so many queer films that I feel like don't get the fucking acknowledgement. Like
you could just say queer cinema.
Queer cinema is the first thing I would say, but like there's this brilliant film called Drunken Noodles by Lucio Castro that that I'm just like, why is this not on a top 10 list everywhere? Like, it's so fucking genius. Femme was another one that I just love that I feel people did. National Anthem. I think all of these within like the queer film circle got a lot of praise, but if I ask almost any of my friends who are not like underground queer filmmakers, I have no fucking idea about these movies. I love the film High Tide that Therefore Marco did. There's just so many, there's that just don't get distribution or don't get, there's God, what's it called? Nightstand that I think Dark Star just stuck on. That's so fantastic. Pero is fucking brilliant. And I just feel like people don't know them because they're queer films, and that makes me angry.
For sure. All right. Underrated.
I went with like a perennial for me is The Velvet Goldmine by Todd Haynes. It's a film that like,
Critically, that was a huge hit, right?
It kind of was a miss for him. And I think it's a really interesting film that I think has only gotten better with age. It's like a kaleidoscopic, glittery tale of glam rock with incredible performances by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and Toni Collette and Ewan McGregor and Christian Bale, and just everyone in it is so great. The music is just, as I'm a music nerd, so the music is just amazing because it's sort of about Bowie and Iggy Pop, but all the music is like T-Rex and Roxy music, and it's just nails the era so well. And I think so much of Todd's work, rightfully so, is just beloved. And I feel like that's his like weird little glittery stepchild that doesn't get quite enough attention. So I'm always like championing that one.
I agree, and I want to add, this is me just jumping on a soapbox, which is I love a film like Velvet Goldmine, where instead of making a Bowie film where you pretend you're telling his story and you take artistic license, just fictionalize it.
Amen.
I despise, as I'm a big music nerd, and so every time a movie comes out based on a famous musician, I know you know who I'm talking about. Particularly Freddie Mercury, but like, it kills me that they feel they have to change an amazing real story when they if you're going to fictionalize, just change the names and change the name of the band and write the story you're telling. Don't pretend you're telling that person's story.
Yeah, and Todd did it again with his Dylan film, I'm Not There, where it's a kaleidoscopic, story of different aspects of the idea of Dylan without being and his lyrics without being like like a one for one.
Yeah, so good.
That's more interesting to me.
Yeah, so good. All right, so we have both of the underrateds now. Andrew's turn to go first for overrated. And I already gave my, I don't know if I need the disclaimer, but we're not throwing shade. No. Just saying, the Hollywood machine gave too much acknowledgement to something, or our culture in general.
I think because I work in the industry now, and I'm also very mindful of this, I always say, I'm not going to say I hate something. I'm always like, that wasn't for me. But this is a big one for me. It was like The Brutalist did not work for me.
I missed it. I didn't
see it?
I'm so... Yeah. The 800 films every 6 months submitted to festivals keeps me from seeing a lot.
I wonder why, Jeff.
Well, the worst thing is that when there is a break, then I binge the TV series everyone's telling me I've got to watch.
Yeah.
And it kind of is a bummer that I am out of touch with cinema, because television has gotten so good.
Yeah.
That everyone's like, in fact, I'm going to have to watch Heated Rivalry when I get a chance, right?
Yep.
Because I'd rather watch that before I jump into the next submission season than...
It's only 6 episodes. It's not long.
I know.
And it's feel good.
It's like really a long movie.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
Fair enough. All right.
I'm going to change the style a little bit and say that I fucking think that dudes coming out in Stranger Things is the most overrated. Like, I literally, on every level, I was like, really? Like, that's the worst thing that you could be is gay, and that's how Vecna's going to beat you? Like, I'm like, that you've got the thing that's keeping you from your ultimate power is the fact that you're gay. I was just like, I'm like, nah.
That was strange.
Yeah.
So I amusingly, I have not, when the last chunk of Stranger Things came out, haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I just, on every level, I found the tone of it, the way, the reaction shots, the fucking way it was dealt with, the length of it, where it's structurally placed, especially, to be so fucking insulting as a queer person. I'm literally like, it drove me bonkers.
That's shockingly tone deaf.
It's a consistent rant, because I got a text message like as he was watching it, like, I cannot believe this is what they're doing.
I'm literally, because just on a structural level, you're going like, he's got to cleanse himself of everything that he's scared of, right? For Vecna and all that stuff, right? In order to challenge Vecna or whatever.
So he can't have any power over him.
So he won't have the power. And I'm like, the worst, deepest, darkest thing is that he wants to like suck a dick. And I'm like, really? Are we still fucking there? I mean, I know it's a period. I know it's a period show, all that shit, but it is also a show of now. Like, just.
And they thought they were being bold, I think, doing that.
I'm like,
did they think they were?
I don't think you need a slap on the back.
Were they trying? Did they think they thought they were being?
It to me is this tone deaf is like a sex scene before like a big action sequence where I'm like, okay, we don't have time for that. The world is ending.
Yeah. The bomb is going off. You don't need to fuck this lady.
Yeah, it's exactly.
It happens all the fucking
and
time.
that is exactly where this scene is placed.
Wow. So maybe my partner is right. 'Cause that's the reason I haven't seen it. She has no interest in finishing it.
I enjoyed the final episode.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is like I
should watch it, and I'll just know that when this moment.
No,
comes
and
up.
I love the show. I mean,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying is like I'm such a fan, and then as a queer person, I was like, what the fuck? It's like it made me so mad.
When they've done it so much better in previous seasons with like Maya Hawke's character.
Like I was like, dude, I don't know. I was like, please don't make the deep dark secret that is that he wants to suck ding ding. I just am so over this. Like, it's like there's gay people. There's straight people. There's people that do both and enjoy it. It's like, get the fuck on and let's like cure, mental illness and mental health and starvation and, dictators all over the world taking over fucking countries. Like, let's deal with that and the lack of education. And like, there's so many other important things than who you go to bed with. I'm sorry. The end.
Absolutely. All right. Final question. Daniel's turn to go first. A lesser known film for people to seek out, although to be fair, like you've named a bunch that were probably lesser known, but go for it.
I think I'm really shitty with titles. I know I'm going to get this wrong, but Lucia Castro's film End of the Century was really beautiful.
Excellent.
I picked something that is not nearly as classy. I picked a 1987 film by Arch Nicholson called Dark Age. It's an adaptation of a novel. It was like kind of an Ozploitation film. It's like ostensibly a giant crocodile film, but
I love that.
it's a giant crocodile film. But it also deals heavily with Indigenous Aboriginal spirituality, and it's like the only kind of giant animal run amok movie where the plot is also to save and protect this thing because it is spiritually important.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember seeing it as a kid and being like, one of these things is not like the other, you know, like when you've seen somebody,
Right, they're not trying to blow up the shark.
They're not trying to, like, they're actively trying to relocate this, what is to the Aboriginals, a god of death, the Numenwari. So I remember that always stuck with me. And it also famously is like a very Australian film, famous Australian cast. It didn't get a proper release in Australia. It played like a theater. I think it played like 2 days in LA in the 80s and then went direct to VHS and was kind of a lost film until just very recently. Umbrella has rediscovered it. And I somehow had it on VHS from like some of my video store in like Moultrie, Georgia, you know? So
I love
how films find you. So I'm always rooting for that little weird ass movie.
I love how films find you.
And a big hug to the old days of the video store where you could just find something esoteric that you'd never heard of.
Life-changing.
Dude.
And you'd see the spine of the VHS and it was thick enough to resonate and you just gave it a try.
If you're in LA, I mean, at least on the east side, I mean, they're all over. Vidiots and fucking Whammy, yo. If you're on the east side,
Love both those places.
See movies there, rent there, support them. They are the effing best.
And for some reason, you can't look at a screen moving your thumb on a thing, moving around. You can't find something to watch.
Yeah,
the same way as looking at a wall of titles.
And I would say this too, like I'm a very big proponent of physical media.
Yeah.
Read a book that is made out of paper and in your hand. I get listen to audiobook. I'm not saying I'm not ableist with that. But like the films, I think it's important to own a film. I have learned about filmmaking from the special features on DVDs and Blu-rays. It's
hugely.
I've learned from the commentary tracks about history and found and sought out other things because of it. I think physical media is so important, especially in an age when somebody can be like, I need a tax break and I'm going to hit delete and wipe out an entire catalog of film.
Yeah. Well, but agreed. Yes. We were all positive, and then the tax break thing hit me in the heart.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you,
I'll
Jeff.
wrap us up
Thank you.
Because y'all have to get going. I believe you have busy lives. All right. So, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Andrew Klaus-Vineyard and Daniel Talbott. And thank you. I already thank the people listening. If you want to learn more about the podcast, go to discoverindiefilm.com. On social media, it's always at DIFWins. If you want to learn about the nonprofit that runs the film festivals, where I met these two wonderful people, go to discoverindiefilm.org. I notice a pattern there. and I will just leave it at that. You'll learn. Just go to discoverindiefilm.org and go to all the links in the show notes and have fun with it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you both. Thank you, everyone who's listening.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm sorry we have to run off. Or Addie has her fucking business thing. She was like, wait.